Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am doing a very fun getting ready with me, and I was like, I don't want to do a regular getting ready with me because I'm basically getting ready to get into a car for 3 hours to drive to Delaware for my friend's wedding. So I was like, what is something different that I could share? What are some products I've been wanting to share? And also, how can I make a little spin on this? So what I decided to do was to do an all stick formula version of a getting ready with me. So that means everything is a stick. I will warn you, there are two things that are not stick. Number one, my foundation base, which is right here, ERBORIAN BB cream, and I'll show you a close-up of it and I'll swatch it on my hand. So the reason I don't have a stick for that is I don't like really heavy foundations. So I haven't found a stick formula that is really light for a base. So that was like one of my concessions, and I mixed these two together. And then the other thing that is not a stick is mascara. But I am trying out a new mascara I've never tried out before, so I can give you kind of an honest, kind of real-time review of that. So I'm gonna apply my BB cream right now. I do a mixture of these two colors to find a perfect shade because I'm continually changing color because of my self tanner. If you're wondering, my self tanner that I'm wearing right now, I just did it last night, is Saint Tropez in the dark mousse is my favorite one. So I'll show you what I'm doing down here. So this is the BB cream from ERBORIAN in caramel and Dore. I really like these. I just put them on the back of my hand, mix them together, and then tap them on the face with my fingertips. And I just kind of dot it all around to make sure I'm evenly spread. And then, I don't know if this is like a very technical way to do this, but I just rub it on. And then I'll go back in with a beauty blender and make sure it's like well blended. But this stuff is so thin, not thin, but it's very light, so I don't really worry about it being like streaky or anything. All right, so then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender. So then I just go in with my beauty blender and just buff it out a little bit and just make sure it's like settled into my skin. I really love this stuff. It's Korean skincare. Korean makeup. They do have skincare as well. But I've really loved trying out these products. I've tried out this BB cream, but then also they have a CC cream product, which is unreal. It starts out white and then it goes to like a flesh color. It's really, really amazing. All right, so I think that's pretty much blended out. Guys, this is what happens when you're doing your makeup in your viewfinder. Please look at my nose. Most definitely not blended. Okay, so I went and got a mirror so I could see my face actually and not look like a crazy person. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have terrible vision, so I can't even see myself in that viewfinder. Okay, so as you can see, super light coverage. I like very little face makeup. The first product I'm using that's a stick formula is this Milk Makeup concealer stick. So I just actually like to put a little bit on my hand, on the back of my hand always. I'm using it in the shade Light. I probably could go a little darker, but I'm gonna use this for my under eye. The only thing I'm letting myself use today as like a utensil is a beauty blender because beauty blenders are life. All right, so one little trick, so I put it under my eyes. I do a little bit here just to like lighten that area up. And then I do always right here because I get a little red. Midday here and a little bit on my chin because I get a little red on my chin. Plus you don't realize it, but you're always resting your hands and stuff on your chin, and so your makeup and stuff just goes away like a little faster there. And then I like to take just the last bit of concealer. I usually do an eyeshadow primer, but because we're only doing stick, I'm gonna use the concealer. All right, so I'm gonna blend this out now, because I look terrifying. But the Milk Makeup concealer blends out like fairly easily. As you can see on my forehead, it's like gone. And I just tap, tap, tap. One thing I hate with concealers usually is if they're too drying, they get really crepey underneath the eyes. And so I'm always on the hunt for like a great concealer that doesn't get crepey. And this is a good one. And also, like, the handy thing about all these stick formulas is that I travel so much that it is so easy to pop these in my bag or on the way to the gym or SoulCycle or whatever. And what's great is they're not messy. They're not going to spill all over your bag. And there is nothing worse than getting home from your trip or getting to your vacation and realizing that your $60 eyeshadow compact has like broken in 8 billion pieces, and you're like, oh, what do I do with my life now? Huh? Anyway, maybe it's not that bad, but it's still pretty bad. All right, so that's pretty much blended. It's looking a little light under the eyes, but I'm gonna kind of bronze it up and we're gonna be fine. So I just bought this last week at Sephora. I was looking for a stick formula bronzer that was really easy to apply, that was matte, that didn't have a lot of shimmer. And I have a big contour palette, but the thing is, it's like I only use like 1 or 2 shades out of the whole thing, and it felt super wasteful to buy that again. And I wasn't like totally in love with it. So I'm trying this out. I tried it for the last few days and I really, really like it. So this is by Milk Makeup. It's in the shade Baked. It's their matte bronzer. So I'll swatch it on my hand for you so you can see what it looks like. So as you can see, it's a really creamy formulation. I thought this might be a little drying, but it's actually not. So that's just like one swipe with a stick with no blending. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like on my face now. Okay, so how I typically do contour is I just do a little right under the cheekbones. I do a little. I don't like to contour the fuck out of my nose because people make their nose look so weird. It's like they have like a little like Michael Jackson nose, and I'm like, what's going on with your nose? So I like to just go down the middle, and then I put a little on the sides here and here, and then to give myself a stronger jawline, I put a little underneath. So that's pretty much it for bronzer. Of course, I'm blending this in now because I'm not a crazy person. Okay, so I'm just blending this in. Just lightly, just beauty, like, do you see how easy that's blended? It's really like not a heavy formulation, which I love. So I'm going underneath. Like literally, I could probably just as easily blend this out with my fingers and not the beauty blender and be just fine. So that, crazy enough, is already blended, which is like, what? It's so natural, it's light, it like doesn't feel like I'm wearing stuff on my face, which is like the goal. I always like to do blush, then highlight. So I actually don't have that many blushes that I like in stick form. I do like this one. It is old as sin. You can see it. It looks disgusting, but it is a Josie Maran Argan color stick in Spice. So I'm gonna swatch it on my hand here, and I'll show you the packaging. It's lasted forever though, which has been kind of amazing, and I have used it a lot. Okay, as you can see, this is my very beat up packaging of this Josie Maran Argan stick, but the color is super, super creamy, really, really pretty, and it has like a dewy finish to it, which is what I like. The only thing I don't like, the smell is very, like, it almost has like a medicinal smell, which I really don't prefer. I'm gonna take my color stick and I'm just gonna go right on the apples of the cheeks, like that. What if I just went out like this? No. So I'm just gonna bounce this out. Again, these blend super, super easy. I love how blendable all these sticks are. So as you can see, already blended, that was 2 seconds. I love it, the ease of that, unreal. Okay, so next, highlighter. I'm actually gonna show you 2 really great highlighters today. These are both new to my collection. I bought them both in the last 3 weeks. The first one is a lighter highlight, and it's called HALOSCOPE, and this is the color Quartz. Okay. So because I'm using two highlighters today, because they were just like too good to not use both, I'm gonna do 2 different things. So this one, I'm gonna use in a C-shaped pattern here on my skin, there and there. And then I am gonna use this on the very tip of my nose, there, and on my Cupid's bow. So just blend it out with my fingers a little bit. These blend really, really easily, and they're kind of like this like messy look, which I like. Or like, not messy, but undone, which I think is really pretty. So that's a very, you know, this is not a blinding highlight. This is not like YouTube makeup artist highlight where it's like 2 white streaks and you look like you're going into some like battle with like a drag queen, you know? This is a little bit more subtle, and if you like a blinding highlight, which sometimes I wear a blinding highlight, but this is not that product. So the second highlighter I have is from ILIA. I think that's how you say it. I bought this in a beautiful little boutique, and I have it in the color Sway. And the reason I bought this one was most highlighters that I found are white, gold, rose gold, those kind of colors. This one is really interesting because it was this bronze color. So for this highlighter, because I've already kind of got my cheekbone highlight there, I'm gonna go right underneath it, right there, and I'm gonna go on just the bridge of my nose, right there. A little bit on the top of my Cupid's bow, not like on the actual bow. And I think that's gonna be it for this one. So I'm just blending it out. It's just nice to add like another dimension, like a more bronzy highlight dimension, especially on the nose, because sometimes you don't want your whole nose like freaking on blast, you know what I mean? Highlighted. Is it highlighted or highlit? I'm already highlit. I don't know what the terminology is. So let's move on to the eyes. The eyes, most days I like a very simple eye. I like just a little bit of color on the lid, and then I have been playing around with some fun eyeliners, which I'm gonna show you one of those in just a moment. So I'm taking this TRESTIQUE Color Smudge Shadow Crayon in Morimoto Pink Pearl, which is really, really pretty. It's really simple. As you can see, this is like a very light kind of pearly shade. I don't know if that even went into focus, but we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna put it at the top of the brow bone and then in the inner corners. So as you can see, it's just like a really subtle color. And I'm gonna blend my eyes out completely with my fingers. No brushes today. Let's blend it in. Morimoto Pink Pearl from TRESTIQUE. And the great thing is about TRESTIQUE ones is they do have like a little blender at the bottom if you wanna use that. I've never used it, but maybe people like that stuff. Also, it has like a magnetic closure, which is really feels good. I mean, I look like a creep, but I don't care. Okay, next up on the eyes, I'm going to do, okay, so this is really worn off. Do you see that? It's not that old. It's just been jangling around in my makeup bag and I use it all the time. So I think that's why it's just like had a better day. But I believe this is from, I think it's from L'Oreal. I can look. I'll put it in the description what brand it is. It's these eye sticks. They come off really shimmery and pretty. They stay all day, which I love. So I'm just gonna go for it with this coppery shade right in my eyeball. Right in my eyeball. Is that technical? I don't know. All right. Lay that color down. As you can see, the color not blended. There is a darker shade here at the other end. I don't know that I'm gonna do it today. I think I'm just gonna go with this light shade and then do a colorful eyeliner and blend this out. Again, these dry down pretty quickly, but they also like blend really well. So I love these, and I love these for a lower lash line too. They're really pretty. So you guys can see just like a really light color wash, which I like. This is a very like everyday makeup look, by the way. I'm gonna take that same color and I'm just gonna go underneath my eyes a little bit. just to give it some extra color, maybe a little smoky vibe, you know? And then I'm just gonna literally just go over that with my finger. So the next thing, we're almost done. The next thing is this new pure eyeliner stick that I just got. It's called the On Point eyeliner in Heartless. Why'd you guys have to name this after me? Just kidding. So it has a really nice fine point. I actually really usually like a gel liner with a brush, but because we're doing all stick today, I'm doing this. All right, so I'm gonna go in and I'm only gonna do a 3/4 cat eye. So not all the way to the center, just on the edge. And then I'm gonna just drag that out. Cool? Cool. The reason I'm doing only 3/4 is I want like a little bit of a more natural look. I just don't want a whole lot of makeup on today. And I don't think with the whole ethos of stick makeup, it really makes sense to like do a very dramatic look. So then I just go in and I put a little bit just right in that waterline on the top. Eyeliner. And that was just in black. And then the fun eyeliner I just got and I have been loving trying. I've worn it, I think 2 or 3 times now in the last week, and I really, really like it. It like adds this like fun thing to your makeup and you kind of can't put your finger on it. This is MAC eyeshadow and the color is Jade Way, and it's the Technicolor liner. Oh, it's like a jade green, which is like a very fun twist on eyeliner. So I'm gonna put it a little bit just on top. I'm just gonna do a little on top of that previous line, just to add like a little dimension to that top line. And then I'm gonna do just a little bit down here, just in the corner. I'm going into corners. Why do we always make this face when we're doing like eye stuff? I look like a blow up doll. Hey mom, if you're watching this, great. Okay, so I'm just gonna connect that. Oh my lord, the most important part is next. Frickin' brows, am I right? Like, I feel like I don't look like a human person, and I'm really upset I filmed this entire YouTube video without brows on. But it's fine, I'm getting over it. So this is another TRESTIQUE product. I really like their stuff. It's all stick based. Everything they make is stick. So this is the Define Sculpt and Set Brow Pencil in the color Espresso. What's fun about this one is on one end there's like a little brow pencil, but then on the other end there is a little wand with brow gel, I guess, brow mascara. So I like that this for traveling, this kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm just gonna create some little brush strokes. I'm just filling in because I don't want this to be like a very crazy brow. I just want it to be kind of a little bit more natural with this look. I'm getting my eyebrows microbladed like next month, and I'm so excited. Maybe I'll never have another brow product again. Probably not, but a girl can dream, you know? Okay, so I kind of like how that brow looks a little wild and not so perfect. So I'm gonna do the other one. Oh, well, fucked my eyebrow up on that one. So the great thing about YouTube is that it doesn't matter. Okay, so guys, I did make a verdict on this mascara. I do like it. I really like the volume it adds, and it doesn't feel heavy or like really dry. I'll have to see how it wears today. So maybe it will be a great new addition. But so far I really like it. Okay, last but not least, let's do lips. So again, doing a Trestique lipstick. This is like not an ad for Trestique, surprisingly. This is just, I really like their stick products, and they've cornered the market on stick products. Them, Milk Makeup, and Glossier have really done a great job with sticks. So anyway, this color is called, what is it called? What the fuck are you called? It's called Florence Fig. Huh. This is the Matte Color and Shiny Balm Lip Crayon. And what's great about it is on one side is the color, and then on one side is a balm. So I'll show you both of those things. It's always so nerve-wracking putting on lip stuff in front of everyone. And by everyone, I mean alone in my apartment with this camera on. As you can see, what a nice neutral color. It has still some tone to it, but it isn't like, it doesn't look like, ooh, she's wearing lipstick. It's like a very, very natural neutral color, but still adds some like life to the face. And so on the other end is this little balm. And so I'm just gonna add a little moisture to this lip. There we go. I think we've covered it. Two things I did want to share with you before I left. Other stick products I like, but I didn't use in this tutorial, they're both by Milk Makeup. I didn't share them because they're kind of like primer and skincare, which I wasn't really covering here. So this is the Milk Makeup Hydrating Oil Stick, which I used actually before I sat down on camera. It's like a really nice light face oil, which I love. And then the Blur Stick, which is also a great addition from Milk. And this is basically like a primer, a pore filler, and it's really nice to have one in the stick form. So, all right guys, thanks for watching. Hope you had fun getting ready with me today. Now I'm off to get in a car for 2 hours and sit there and reevaluate my life. Just kidding, we're just going to a wedding. Anyway, it is a beautiful day. It's hot, so I will report back in the description if any of this stuff melts off. I don't think it will. Thanks for joining me and for getting ready with me, and I will see you in the next video.